I'm J.R. Church. Welcome to today's analysis of the news. Benjamin Netanyahu and President Barack Obama sat down together on yesterday, and talked about many different important international issues. The meeting continued well into the afternoon, lasting more than an hour beyond what was planned, and then the two made a joint statement to the media. Analysts have suggested that the two leaders approached the meeting with different goals. While Netanyahu hoped to gain Obama's support for strong action on Iran, Obama planned to focus on efforts to create a Palestinian Authority state in Judea, Samaria, and Jerusalem. This report comes from Arutz Sheva, Israel National News. Following the meeting, neither leader showed signs of having changed his position. Netanyahu refrained from spelling out support for a PA-led Arab state. Instead, he reiterated previous statements in support of Palestinian self-rule, but made no mention of an independent state. He said, "We don't want to govern the Palestinians, we want them to govern themselves." He expressed willingness to negotiate with the Palestinian Authority, but continued to demand that the PA recognize Israel as a Jewish state. Obama said he and Netanyahu had talked about restarting serious negotiations on issues of Israel and the Palestinians, and the president called for a two-state solution, as he had done in the past. Obama also declared at the press conference that Israel is committed to refrain from building new homes for Jews in Judea and Samaria, according to the roadmap proposal of 2003. While Obama said the U.S. is considering a range of steps against Iran if Iran continues with its nuclear programs, he opposed the imposition of a deadline on attempts to dialogue with the hardline Islamic Republic. However, he said the U.S. hopes to see progress by the end of this year. Members of Netanyahu's cabinet have expressed concern that Iran will take advantage of America's willingness to conduct a dialogue and use the time thus gained in order to cross the nuclear threshold. However, Mr. Netanyahu has not expressed opposition to the American position. Aides to Netanyahu said prior to the meeting that the prime minister was encouraged by statements Obama made Sunday in which the president said that he would keep all options on the table regarding Iran. Obama also told Newsweek that when it comes to Iran, quote, "I don't think it's my place to determine for the Israelis what their security needs are," end of quote. Obama has placed Israel-Palestinian negotiations high on his list of diplomatic priorities and has expressed hope that Israeli leaders will support the creation of a Palestinian state. Netanyahu said he is willing to negotiate with the Palestinian Authority, but would like to see the PA become more stable in terms of economy and security before it is given control of more territories. Well, things continue to click on in the Middle East, and it looks like our president then has gotten Mr. Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel, to agree to, number one, not build any more Jewish settlements, no more houses in the Jewish settlements, to stop construction, and number two, to negotiate with the Palestinian Authority. We know that one of these days, Jerusalem will be divided. We keep hearing, in the scriptures of the wall. And when John was given a measuring reed in book of Revelation chapter 11, he is told to measure the temple. Well, there's no temple right now, but chances are, according to the scripture, a sanctuary and a place for the sanctuary will be given to Israel on the Temple Mount. They will divide the mountain. Just as Solomon once wanted to divide the baby, remember? The wisdom of Solomon. And so someone will come up with this great wisdom idea, borrow it from the Jews, but nevertheless, they will divide Jerusalem. They will part the land, Daniel chapter 11 says. They will divide the land, which means they will create a Palestinian state. When this covenant will be confirmed, we don't know, but it could be soon. One note that I want to bring up about yesterday. Yesterday, I read a speech from Ban Ki-moon, who is Secretary General of the United Nations. Well, I received some emails of people who thought that speech might not be real. It might be bogus, that someone made it up. Well, I got it off of an email on the internet and didn't think to check it out. But after receiving those notices, I went to the United Nations News Center and looked at